Alright, so here's problem 2. For this problem, I'm going to be using 500 pound-foot for the distributed load from A to C and 200 pound-feet for the distributed load from B to this point here. So, like I've shown on previous videos, I look at the frame as a whole, and we went kind of over one of these during the exam review the other night. So I'm going to go ahead and draw in AY and AX, and I'm going to draw in BY and BX. So when looking at the whole frame, I can sum my moment at a point and get either AY or BY, but I also have to put in this distributed load here, which is going to be 500 times 3, which is going to be 1,500 pounds. And I need this distributed load here, which is going to be, is that right, 2.6 times 250 should be 650, I'm sorry, 650 pounds. And one person caught this. This should have been feet and feet, but everybody used these as feet, so that's fine. So now we can compute AY or BY. I did AY or BY first. If I sum my moment about point A, and you can make this really easy. You can say, okay, this is halfway through. So if I give you that dimension of 3, you can say that halfway is 1.5, and this distance is perpendicular. So this is going to be 1,500 pounds times 1.5 feet, which is going to be rotating clockwise, so this is going to be a negative value. And then I have this 650 pound force, which is going to be positive, times 1.3. And then BY, so that's going to be another positive, because it's rotating counterclockwise. And remember, now this is 3.5 feet. That's all equal to 0. So BY, I'm going to plug this in my calculator, double check myself. Come up with 401.4. 401.4 pounds. So then I can sum my forces in the Y, and I'm going to have 401.4 pounds. That's this one here. Now I've got to break this up to into its components. So I'm going to put this here. So I know that this angle here, right? This angle here, if this is 60, then this angle here is 60, and this angle here would be 30. So you could say that the cosine of 30, I'm sorry, the sine of 30 times the 1,500 is going to give you 750 pounds here. So I subtract 750 pounds, and then I add AY, and this is all equal to 0. So AY comes out to be 348, whatever, 348 pounds. So now I have AY and I have BY, so this was 348 pounds. So I took the liberty of going ahead and drawing in the free body diagrams for AC and BC, so I'm just going to go ahead and put in what I have here. So BY came out to 401.4 pounds, and this came out to be about 348 pounds. This again was 1,500 pounds, and this was 650 pounds. I drew my CY and my CX opposite and equal at point C. So I looked at CB first, so member BC. And if I sum my moment at point C, I have 650 newtons going clockwise, so it's going to be negative, times, and this was 1.3 feet, and this was 1.3 feet, and this was 2 feet. So this is times 1.3. And then I have By, so that's going to be a plus 401.4 pounds, times, now this distance is 2 feet, and then Bx, and Bx is also going to be positive, times 2.6 feet. That's all equal to 0. So put in this in my calculator. I come up with 16.2 for Bx. It comes out positive, so this direction was correct. So by looking at this, I know Cx is in the correct position, so if I sum my forces in the x, I'm going to have 16.2 pounds minus 650 pounds plus Cx is all equal to 0. So Cx then comes out to be 633.8 pounds. So I can go ahead and put that here, 633.8 and 633.8 pounds. Now if I sum my forces in the y, the only y direction I have is 401.4, so that's going to be going up, minus cy. It's all equal to 0, so cy is 401.4 pounds. And the direction that I chose was also correct. There. So now I need to compute AX. So now I'm looking at member AC. And member AC, I'm going to have summing my forces in the X direction, because that's all I need. So I'm going to need this, so this is going to be, let's see, it's going to be 30 degrees here. So I need this X component, which is going to be in this direction. So this is going to be 1,500 pounds times the cosine of 30. And we're going to have, that's positive, then minus 633.8. And subtract AX. I have AX going to the left. So AX then comes out to be let me check myself again real quick. 1,530 cosine times, and that's 633. Subtract, so that's 665. 665 pounds. And since this was negative, this became positive, so we took one over, it becomes 665 pounds. So I got AX, BX, AY, BY, and I've also got CX and CY. So if you had different values on your exam, you can plug those in to see what you did wrong. If I were you, I would try to work this problem out again prior to running all the numbers through my example. All right.